Humans are not amphibious. We breathe air and require a pretty much constant supply of it, which is why swimming can be tricky because it requires your face to be in the water, limiting your supply of that precious oxygen. And to make matters worse, swimming is hard, so you have to breathe a lot harder than normal. But fear not, you can become comfortable in the water and never feel like you're being starved of oxygen, even when you're swimming hard. With the correct timing and the right movements, you can become as comfortable breathing while swimming as you are in your normal breathing. When it comes to learning to swim properly, there is a lot to think about. And beginners normally jump straight into arm movements and body position and everything else, and then finally get around to looking at their breathing. But breathing is a pretty much constant part of your stroke. You should always be either breathing in or breathing out, with no pauses or breath holding. Holding your breath will lead to an inevitable buildup of CO2 and then the inevitable gasp for air afterwards. And breathing should be as relaxed as possible. So holding your breath and then a gasp for air is going to lead to tension throughout your whole body. So it's well worth getting your breathing right. So let's dive right in. We're going to begin at the start of your recovery phase. That is the point at which your one hand exits the water having just finished a stroke. At this point, your hips and shoulders should be rotated to the side of the arm that is exiting the water. At this point, you should be able to just slightly rotate your head, resulting in your face exiting the water. Don't rotate too far, you don't need to see the sky. Try to keep one eye in the water with your mouth out of the water. You also don't want to lift your forehead up to get your mouth out of the water, as lifting your head will drop your hips and legs. Tilt your chin towards the air as you rotate. Breathe in through your mouth quickly and return your face to the water as your recovering arm passes your shoulder, almost as if the passing arm has pushed your face back down into the water. You should now have a lung full of air and be able to get through 2 to 3 strokes before you need another one. But the breathing doesn't just pause until then. Remember, no breath holding. Immediately when your face returns to the water, begin exhaling. This will help prevent water entering your mouth and nose and keep you from holding your breath and building up tension. But also, don't suddenly exhale all the air in your lungs. Think of it as a trickle of air, making the air last until just before you're ready to take your next breath in. If all of this feels terribly unnatural, take it back to basics. Hold the poolside and simply blow bubbles for a while. Dip your face and trickle air out until you're almost out of air, then exhale the final bit as you bring your face back out of the water. Take a large inhalation and immediately return your face to the water. Repeat this until it is comfortable and sustainable. You should feel like you can do it all day if you're doing it well. Progress to turning your face sideways instead of up and down, and then progress again to sink downs. Where you release the wall, breathe in, sink down as you trickle out air, then push up and take a breath before sinking once again. Again, you should practice this until it feels like you could keep doing it indefinitely. To progress from here, use a kickboard to get the same motion whilst moving. You can drop one arm off the board to get the rotation feeling as you breathe once you're more comfortable with this. Once you're comfortable, you need to include this breathing in your stroke. How often you breathe is a personal choice. You'll hear everyone say that you should breathe bilaterally, which is a big word for on both sides, to keep your stroke balanced and efficient. But I always found that breathing every third stroke, i.e. bilaterally, was simply not enough breathing. You can breathe every second stroke, i.e. only to one side, and then alternate every length or every 5 breaths or every few minutes to get that balance in your stroke. Playing with how often you breathe is a great way to challenge yourself and get comfortable with your breathing. Try breathing only every 3, 4, or even 5 strokes and timing that trickle of air to finish just before you take your next breath. Thinking about and practicing your breathing technique in every session will make you a better swimmer, and soon you'll be breathing while swimming without even thinking about it and be able to concentrate on those other aspects of your swim that need work. We hope this video has helped you on your road to being a great swimmer. If it has, give it a thumbs up and remember to subscribe to GTN for more videos like this.